Hey everybody, it's Vallen
And Kashcah.
from Mischief of Mice, here with a bit by bit on Witchery. Today we're going to be covering a little bit of Poppets. Shall we?
Yes, let's
Lisa,
lead on.
out back, because I never do anything out front. That's the neighbor's yard. So we've got our beds here so we can get our own tag lock kits. You're going to need a bunch of them for however many Poppets you want to use. So we're all set. If not, then we can always get more. But you want to start off with making a Poppet. A Poppet is just made with some wool, some of the Spanish moss, a bone needle, and a piece of string. And essentially, you'll get one of these little guys here, and it will just say Poppet, not bound. And in order to bind a Poppet, let's see, I need to get a crafting bench. Here, there we go. And you essentially take a Poppet and a tag lock kit in there, and it will bind it together. But it's not going to work with this one because that's just a plain Poppet. It doesn't do anything. Do you mind?
So rude! So rude! I wasn't doing anything.
So anyway, you have to actually make a certain kind of Poppet in order for it to be able to be bound. So let's start off with this one here, which is the Hunger Protection Poppet. Most of the ones we're going to cover today are just going to be ones that will help protect you from certain kinds of death. This one, in this case...
Why are you looking at me?
Because you look like death. This one is...
I'm under a lot of stress at work, okay?
is to protect you against dying from hunger. You'll need some rotten flesh, a regular bland old Poppet, and 2 of the glistering melon slices. And in that, you get a Hunger Protection Poppet. And you notice there it said not bound. So you take that and a sample of my own tag lock kit, and then it becomes a bound protection Poppet. Now, if I want to, I can carry this around with me, but alternately, I could actually store it on a Poppet shelf, and it will work just the same as if I were carrying it around. A Poppet shelf also doubles as a a chunk loader. And it's made with a much more complex recipe. It's got 4 of these attuned stones, some nether brick, and a green piece of wool in the center. We'll get you one of these, and it will it's basically a spot loader. I believe it just loads the chunk that it's currently in. So it will also work across dimensions. Now I've placed that there. Whoops. I didn't mean to make another one of those. But I placed my Hunger Protection Poppet here, and I'm going to go into non-creative mode and basically starve to death here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yep,
and it happened.
Swirlies.
So I actually didn't go down to 0 hearts. I went down to about 2 hearts. And then it worked and gave me a few hearts back and refilled my hunger meter. So pretty darn cool. I really like that. Actually, I thought that I would go all the way to 0 hearts, but I guess not. But we've got a couple more Poppets that we can mess with here. One for each of us. Now, we have here a Tool Protection Poppet, which is here on the right, which is a 2 drops of luck, Reek of Misfortune here at the top, and Diamond Vapor at the bottom. And then the other is the Armor Protection Poppet, which is 2 drops of luck, 1 on either side, Reek of Misfortune on top and bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I have a set of leather boots that are about to break, and I'm going to take the Armor Protection Poppet and bind that to myself. There we go. And this is now bound to myself, and I'm going to keep it in my inventory so you can see that you don't need a Poppet shelf. And Kashcah is going to whack me so that the boots break, and it should replenish the durability on the boots and use up the armor protection poppet. So go for it. There you go, you heard the ding. The boots are repaired and the poppet got eaten up. Just like that.
Nom nom nom.
And now Kashcah is going to demonstrate with a mostly broken shovel. Actually, we didn't see the broken shovel.
I'd like to see the broken shovel. There you go.
There we go. Mostly broken shovel. Kashcah is going to use that.
I have myself a tool protection poppet that is bound to me using a tag lock kit. So now when I try to dig something, so the same thing happens. I dug the gravel, and the poppet was consumed, but the sword replenished. Not the sword, the shovel replenished a lot of its durability. And we now have a hole in the ground because I got flint, I didn't get gravel.
Oh, buddy. Alright, so those are 3 of them. We've got 3 more that we're going to show you guys. So let's head onward. And I'm going to be back into game mode, survival mode here. Careful not to walk in the fire. Ooh. And here we're going to demonstrate the use of a fire protection poppet and a water protection poppet. A fire protection poppet, almost stepped in it, is made with some ember moss and wool of bat around a poppet. Kashcah, you want to demonstrate the water?
I'm sure this is a water protection poppet. It's made with a poppet in the middle, 2 water artichokes, and 2 ink sacks.
Ooh. Ooh.
Don't do that.
I haven't bound it yet. Alright, so fire protection poppet plus my own tag lock kit here for Vallen Frostweaver equals one that's bound to me. So now when I stand in fire, eventually you'll hear the ding. I should get a replenishment of health.
Or die.
Or die. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm still
You're
on
still on
fire.
You've got some swirly effects.
Yeah,
though.
I think I had like a second or 2 of fire resistance, so it gives me the opportunity to get out. But you still are burning, so as you saw, I just walked into the water real quick, and that kind of took care of that. So you want to demonstrate the water protection poppet?
Yep, sure. So I bound the water protection poppet to myself. Now let's start drowning. This might take a while.
Well, we'll cycle the time.
I'll give you a subject.
Okay.
Peanuts. Not peas. No nuts. Discuss. Oh, I'm taking damage.
Thank goodness.
Oh, ow. Oh, yeah, because that was really bad. Because actually peanuts are nuts. So, you know. Here we go. And... Yay!
And what happened with your air? Did it come back?
The air actually stayed kind of gone.
Okay. So, I did see some little blue swirlies, so I bet you got some kind of water breathing or something like that as well.
Yep.
And that was the fire and water protection poppets. And we've got one more we're showing you guys today. We're going to turn it back to daytime here.
I'm going to stay in here so I can see the after effects.
Actually, I wanted you to demonstrate.
Oh, okay. Alright,
Wait, you're going to want to pop it first. Unless you really don't want one. But let's take this here. And, oops, I'm going to bind this earth protection poppet to Kashcah. There you go.
I'm going to double check that that's actually bound to me because I don't trust Vallen.
What the heck?
Alright, here I go.
So as she's
The
going up,
long,
I'm going to tell you.
climb to my death.
I'm going to tell you how it's made. You need a piece of clay, a piece of dirt, 2 feathers, and a regular poppet, and that'll make you an earth protection poppet. And what she's doing is she's going to the tippy top of this super duper high tower, and then she is going to. Oh, I'm going to break this door.
I'm going to climb back down. Oh, here I go.
And she's falling down here while I catch on fire. I wasn't ready.
Are you okay? Did you manage to catch my elegant fall?
No, why don't you do it again? But we're out of poppets. Anyway, if you guys like the video, please give us a like, comment, or subscribe.
Shovel. I'm not afraid to use it.
And until next time, see ya. Oh.
Get in the water.